I like how we're really going on with the big issues here today.
That's okay. This is pretty much going to be how the game goes, because last session, yous were hanging out, waiting for the council meeting. Adam decided to prank Pim, saw that somebody was in Pim's room, and tried to shoot him with a poison dart. But hey, pranks come first. So he flooded the room, heard the people coming, jumped out of the window, fell to the ground, slayed a moorbounder while also being devoured by its mate. So that was fun. Somehow, Adam still managed to be in the tavern when everybody woke up and go with them to O'Leary's cabin, to where they emptied it out, packed it all up, and burned it down. Then, when returning to the village, disappeared. The rest of you got really, really drunk with one of Duncan's mates, learned a little bit about what was going on, decided to go look for Adam while drunk because he hadn't turned up yet, somehow made it to the Undercity and into the kennels, where you got offended that the animals didn't like you there, and the kennel master liked you there even less, but persuaded them to go to their home. Saw Adam's gear on the table. The kennel master told you that he was keeping it as payment for the beast that Adam apparently killed. So he's left. Left the next morning. I don't know if anyone actually slept or if he's were all still wide awake. But eventually, O'Leary found out when she woke up that Adam was dead. He tried to console her, take her to the council meeting, and or to burn down the kennel master's house, which would ultimately burn down the entire village of Broombaba, but got distracted finding out that Pim was nowhere to be found, but left a handful of items and a page from a book that was watermarked and damaged that seemed to be each of your names attached with an item. And I think it was Razza? Was it Ragu that had found that while the rest of these were going on ahead, or maybe you were waiting in the hall, or
Duncan.
I'm not entirely sure.
That was
Right, because
Duncan.
Regal didn't go in initially. He just tapped on the door and said, "Oh, well, it must not be there." And then Duncan went in after. Yes. Yeah, so here he is, B, at the exit of the stacked tankard. Duncan has his arms full of items, or maybe he stuffed them in the bag already. I don't know, but I really don't know. He's got planned.
Yeah.
You can go to the council meeting and share your story, or you can burn down the village, or you can do option C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Q and beyond? No, I take those options away. So you've only got like 14 to choose from.
Burn.
Philip really wants us to burn the village down. I just want to point that out.
Oh, there was definitely talk about burning down the Kennelmaster's hut. So remembering that it is underneath the entire stilted city of Broombaba, or village, treehouse, still house.
Well, we're not doing that without Razza, so we'll hold off there for now. And we probably would kind of do probably like a non-lethal situation, and then I'd probably turn into a moorbounder and maul her to make it look like her animals turned on her. That would be the most likely. But I think we're just going to the meeting for now.
All right. And you just head back out to the circle. Find yourselves there. The village is not. It is the leaders, the Kryn representatives, and a handful of others that are there. As you approach, I had notes. Where are my notes? Oh, right. There are the rest of my notes from last week that we didn't get to. So yeah, as you approach, it is a smaller, more closed-door type of meeting than the last one held, with crowds all gathered. Cordic kind of steps forward as you enter, kind of look at Duncan curiously, as not everyone is there. But since these are kind of a little bit late, he'll get started. Thank everybody for coming, summarize kind of the events of the last meeting, how Igrithood and the Shrines had called upon you to go and investigate the happenings in the tree in the Vermalock Wildwoods with Rennie, and he will invite you up to speak your tale. However, he doesn't know who's speaking it, so he'll just kind of appeal to you generally. Yep.
I think I would stare at Regal at first. But
He's so oddly
He's keeping a Larry calm.
Meanwhile, Billy is just in the tavern getting breakfast still.
All right. Duncan will kind of step forward, and they're just looking for the general. How did it go?
Your tale. Tell it.
All right. Our team made it to our destination. We've made it to the tree, but the entire village had already been lost. A translucent demonic creature had infested their bodies and taken them over. It was a horrid sight. We dealt with the creatures, purified the tree, and discovered a metal trinket device buried in its roots that seemed to be the cause of the issue. That same device, as we were bringing it back to turn in, seemed to open up and draw out demonic creatures slowly but surely over time. We dealt with some of them, but not all. We returned and we turned that device in. It was inspected, destroyed, and not long after, I believe I was informed another adventurer may have found a similar device, which would suggest that there may be an unknown number spread throughout the area. But we did complete the mission as stated, and I think that is all that needs to be said in the moment. And Duncan will just kind of take a step back.
As you lean back and sit down, stepping out of the circle, the lady Zeline and the one known as V will kind of rise, thank you, and then head into the circle there.
Yeah, I think Duncan just kind of wants to give the bare bones and then kind of like get out of the way.
Yeah, as Zeline kind of enters, she nods to you, the deliberate kind of thanks, and addresses the council. Honored counselors, some of you have no doubt learned more details. They are being modest with the dangers that awaited them and their impact on the lands beyond our borders. They spoke of the corrupted tree within the Vermalock. It was indeed a private effort that saved us from a dire fate. I offer my thanks first and now to them on our behalf, but what I share now may be graver still. The device recovered and destroyed there is an abyssal anchor. It is no simple tool of malevolence. It is crafted to unravel the creations and the sacred roots left by the deities at the end of the calamity. We know these anchors were used in the Great Wars before. We know now that this anchor was indeed not a lone threat. A second was destroyed by this Zreka, an ally or a friend of theirs who passed through our borders before them, suggesting that there is a broader campaign at work, and unless halted, we suspect others will soon rise. The crude anchor at the Vermalock may have delayed a disaster, but if they are able to refine their works, they could bring about unimaginable devastation. Our current intelligence places the origin of this knowledge back to Asteris, where such a device was created during the Wars of Ashes. Their architects were no fools. They passed through Yggdrathad with purpose, navigating south as they claimed towards the Draconian city ports beyond. Notably, they were escorted, wittingly or not, by soldiers of the dynasty's own Aurora Watch. Furthermore, reports of the events and the dangerous creature that emerged in Aruth, well, I'm sure you've all heard by now that an impersonator had been revealed. At our last council meeting, the leader of Aruth, we believe, was not here, but already dead and hidden in Aruth. His body returned as something more sinister, some sort of sorrow-sworn aberration, cursed and released to attack Aruth. The imposter was a hobgoblin from Mizran. Some of you may have known him as Morgid. Morgid was this imposter, slayed by your own leader, Kordak. Whatever enchantment or beguile he had been under, now broken. You may view his body while you're here within town. She kind of nods to V, and V steps forward. This is correct. Our leader was not slain in battle or even died in valor. They were murdered and reborn, a creature of despair. Our own people died and put him down. And that is why I arrived here early, because he was revealed when his true identity was seen in the brief moment of his... Wow. There were seconds of relief, if that, but I'm afraid further ill has fallen him beyond death now. We must not let this grief silence our vigilance, though. She looks back to Zalin, kind of broken. Zalin speaks up again. Their presence here was not happenstance. They moved with intent, silent, strategic, and coordinated. We believe that within Aruth, they may have created more of these devices. We do not know how many they have or what their plan is, or if they've yet perfected their destruction. But these are not isolated events. It is some part of a larger pattern. Sacred sites have been targeted, the anchors planted, the deception sown. Make no mistake, these anchors aim to shatter the chains that keep those sacred places. We come to you now. We do not yet know the full extent of Kryn involvement, be it infiltration, manipulation, or rogue adventurous. There is much potential for something larger and deeper, and we do not know whom amongst us we can trust, no more than you know whom amongst you. For the safety of the many hosts and the borderland, must understand before we declare. We have not sent word of these events to Roshana yet. We would like to gather more intelligence, speak to you, identify what must needs be done before we continue. She kind of looks around. The council breaks off into little bits of discussions. So they gasp and take in kind of everything that has been going on. Aliri, give me your passive perception or insight, please.
Both will be 12.
Both will be 12. While she was talking about Morgan, her eyes were locked on you.
Okay. Did I read that gaze at all, or was that just I happened to notice that?
It was purposeful. I don't know if you would know anything about that, but she definitely met your eyes. Yep.
I will file that away or later bring that up with Regal and Duncan when we have a quiet moment.
Quick question.
In game or out of game?
Out of game about when like the person they said was an imposter, is that the leader that I heard being talked about like dying in a fight when we first initially left? Because I overheard the two, I
Yes.
believe, Brow women talking about someone.
Yes. So there was the meeting, the first kind of meeting that some of you may have been at, some were not. And Cordic had been arguing with an orc or a half orc, I'd check my notes, about what they were going to do in terms of supporting Rennie. As a kind of challenge was issued, Cordic had turned to leave, and the orc had attacked him from behind. Cordic had turned and killed him, and the council meeting was kind of halted and ended. You guys, where we had picked up session 1, had been the next day with cooler heads, where because Cordic won the challenge, it was his kind of choice as to what direction the council would go, which was allowing the shrines to pick you guys and you guys to go off. So they have learned that much like the creatures that you had met along the trail, or one of these Sorrowsworn had appeared in Aruth, it had been eventually killed by some of those there. If you haven't found out, it was the new ruler of Aruth that had slain him. And as they slain him, I think Regal, maybe Illyri had kind of a moment of death where their face goes back to like normal, and they had recognized the ruler as this creature. So they traveled to Broombaba, to where the old leader had been buried, apparently dug him up, or otherwise figured out that whatever enchantment he was under, he no longer was this orc, he was a hobgoblin, but a hobgoblin some of them had recognized from traveling to Yggdrathad before.
So much information.
Yep, I thought we had covered some of it a few sessions ago, but also that was a few sessions ago, so there we be. I think Zelyn had not been able to tell you about Morgan yet at that point, actually. I think she hinted towards more details, and now those details are here, which may or may not explain her look at Illyri. So yes, the part about the hobgoblin being an imposter, I think he had heard kind of rumors about, but not the full kind of details, now that you mention it. So that becomes clear over several more questions. The makeup of the group kind of becomes clear throughout the questions. They had left before the initial council meeting. You had learned, or you do learn, did we cover it last session? Oh, it was hinted at your dinner with Calvin, but it is confirmed now during the meeting that this group had been confirmed to reach Charis already, but only some of the group. So some of them have been accounted for in Charis, which may be why. So that shows that they're maybe still following whatever plan they were being vocal about. They're unsure kind of who within the villages might still be imposters, or how he was hidden even in death, because typically that's not a thing. You probably hear chatter about children being reported missing near Charis, and so potentially there is another device or something related to this group as well. Some people wondering if we should the council should send people there, others checking their own borders. There would be updates as they fill in the bits that Duncan left out about demons and things all along the river. How you guys found it extremely hostile. If missing scouting parties and guides and things from Oshinaka. For anyone who wasn't aware, they would now be aware that Zreka was also passing south. Am I missing anything?
May or may not be a bad guy. Hard to tell from what was said.
You will learn that, because I don't think it came up, the party coming back from Asteris would have let you all know that they encountered demons on their way, which is why they were delayed. So you hear other council members just stating that if they've left Yggdrathad and their aim was to leave Zorhas, then it's no longer your problem. Let's hope they left and that the problem has taken care of itself. Others urging that we need an answer or more details, or that larger issues may come back to present a problem within Yggdrathad, or that larger issues within the Kryn dynasty will cause issues along the borders of Yggdrathad as well. But Zelyn will kind of stand back up and state again that she believes that you need to learn more, Roshana, figure out where they went, who is involved, but there doesn't seem to be any consensus or agreement as everybody discusses, shouts out, asks questions. Can't think of anything else that anyone would ask you guys anyway.
Okay, well, with that, they've stopped asking us questions, and the last thing Duncan heard was, it's no longer your problem. So he is slowly making his way towards an exit, just like...
Absolutely.
Just tapping shoulders of the people he came in with, and just kind of like backing up.
Yep. So Duncan kind of removes himself from whatever is left of this council meeting. O'Leary, I suppose, mostly on you. Are you following?
Yeah, Larry will be following.
Okay. So as you all exit back, do you see a familiar Arbolg there? Well, assuming he reveals himself to you, who had been following along the events, listening in, whether invited or not.
He was listening, but he was keeping an eye on the party, although I don't know if he knows O'Leary from memory. I don't think he did. But
you would have seen her in the stacked tankard, but haven't interacted with her at all. No.
Yeah, but
you know
mainly
her,
looking at the others,
as well as a bunch of the other council members. Stacked tankard. Seen a
I feel like
handful of them.
lot of this, well, a decent amount of that stuff sort of went over his head, but he was listening intently to their accounts of what they did, and he's like, yes, these seem like interesting people. So he would try and just follow along, but not say anything. He'd just wait and see if they acknowledge him at all as he walks over to near them.
Duncan's just going to lean over to O'Leary. I don't know what's completely going on here, but it sounds like it's far above our needed involvement. Were you still trying to get out of here and move forward, or do you feel like you need to stay?
I don't know. When the councilwoman was talking about the imposter hobgoblin, she looked straight at me. I don't know why.
Did you spend any time with him that day or the day before the last meeting?
No.
Did you know him personally?
No.
Give me a history check.
Me?
Yep.
He's 100% your dad, and you forgot.
7.
7, yeah. Never met him before.
No idea who he is.
Do you have a detailed relationship with the councilwoman that she would want something for you about this?
Charlotte can't remember, so I don't.
Roll history check.
Sorry, names have all gotten a bit cross.
Only dealings that you've had with her, this group.
No,
So you met her in the tavern before he has left. You had met her at Cordex and traveled together back to here.
The only times I've met her are since all this happened. I don't know.
All right, well, In the immediate, no one has asked us to do anything. We've completed the job that we were tasked with. And I don't know if I want to get into a big commotion with a bunch of demons or whatever pretending to be people and killing people in the villages. So,
I mean, I feel bad, but I mean, I heard about children going missing, but we've struggled so hard. I don't know that we can help. We've almost died so many times. You can see she's just so conflicted of like, we should be helping, but like, what can we do?
Yeah, it's clearly and definitely upsetting that things are going wrong around here, but I don't know what we could possibly do with what information that we have. There's essentially a whole army of people here. Their guards and rangers and druids have done so well, even helping us. Unless they give us a specific child to protect, I don't think there's anything we can really do at the moment. So,
are they saying this loud enough that someone nearby might hear them?
Probably. I will take a general intelligence check from Duncan or O'Leary as well.
Intelligence. She's the most intelligent.
Or history. I'll accept history.
I'll do a history because that's going to be so great for me with a 5. O'Leary knows nothing.
Duncan just wants to go. Duncan's history says this is bad. I should leave.
Actually, Mario, I think your character was around and you did a perception check, so you can give me general intelligence or history as well.
I think either of those are going to be great, but let's see. I got a 10.
Yep.
You're better than the rest of us.
This new guy's smarter than some
Blue,
of us combined.
Blue, as you guys are talking, is just going to sort of walk over and say, "It seems like you..." Totally forgot what voice I gave him. I think it was something like that. It seems like you... What was that?
It was like Blue.
That. Okay, more like that. Well, it seems like you are people looking for something to do, and I find myself the same. And why not just investigate the thing with the children? And if the worst that could happen would be that we don't find anything.
Larry's going to look at you like, what on earth is this in front of me? And then...
a little bit bigger than you.
One, a little bit bigger, but also the reason I rolled the D2 was heads she'd seen a furbolg before, tails she hadn't. It's a tails. So she's never seen anything like you. So she's just like, the fuck is that? And hide behind Duncan. The worst that could happen is we'll die.
Yeah, he'll just kind of look up at you and then look back at Larry and then look back at you. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure you're...
My name is Baloo. I met some of your friends yesterday.
Yeah, I think Blue here is new to the area. So just a small correction, Fred. The worst thing that could happen in this area is someone is actually being possessed or impersonated by a weird demon, or an even bigger demon wants to take your soul. Those are the worst things that could happen in this area. Actually, no. The third one. There's a third one. A demon the size of a house chases you through the woods for a day and a half, and you just barely outpace them. Those 3 things are the worst things that could happen in this immediate area, not just not figuring out a mystery.
Well, I admit that sounds less fun than not doing those things, but could those things not happen anywhere, really?
Oh, I'm sure there's a possibility of horrible demon-related incidents happening anywhere on this beautiful planet, but they happen a lot here recently, like a lot.
And, well, is the place where you would need to go to for this child quest, if you call it, would that not be not here?
That's deeper into it.
Yeah, that's more here adjacent.
It's getting closer.
Are you saying it's more here than here is? This is very strange.
Yeah, it's all
Closer to where it's happening.
It's going after those suspected of creating it anyway.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot of what was said went over Baloo's head.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's mostly just clarifying for the rest of the parties. My mumbled speech wasn't all that clear on details, that was all.
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I as I mentioned yesterday, I'm just sort of looking for some big thing to make my existence make sense, and something that maybe could help children or help people in general would maybe help give my life some meaning. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to unload on you. I'll go over there now. And he will then just walk away, a bit away, and just sort of, if there's still any people around, to sort of stand near people like he's part of that conversation, but he's still trying to listen over at you guys. But you don't know. He's being super subtle and stuff.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 14.
Yep.
Not great, but not terrible.
O'Leary will look up at Duncan and Regal, and I don't know what to trust anymore. I don't trust this place. It doesn't feel right. I trust you two. So whatever you decide.
Well, he'll just kind of lean down and kind of whisper, Tim's gone. He's run off. He's gone.
What?
He left not even really much of a note, like instructions on what to give the people in the group, like things he left for them, and he is just taken off. So we are now without a Pim and without an Adam. I don't know what's going on with these imposters and these disappearances. And I'm very concerned because that new guy seems really interested in children, and I do not like that at all.
Wow.
So
I'm not
would be less
Children
concerned
go
if
missing. Yeah, then this guy shows up, and Pim, who's clearly a child, goes missing.
and he just keeps talking about missing and keeps talking about children. It's kind of weird. And I just found out that you're not 20, so I just
Yep.
So, I don't really know what to do, but I don't want to be here.
I don't think I want to be here.
We could potentially need some help. And I think that guy said he's some type of healer or holy man, but again, strange new
Cool.
That could be helpful.
always trust holy people around kids.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. The most trustworthy people around children.
This is all not stacking up well for Baloo Super.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah. Just be a holy man who loves kids. I don't know.
Well, I mean, just because it's what she would do, she'll throw a divine sense over at Baloo, fully expecting it to just not register anything, but she's completely untrusting at this point.
I think you did it the night before, and it didn't show anything.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was, I can't
you
remember if he
wouldn't
was
have
close
did it.
enough.
Maybe
So.
somebody else did. Maybe somebody else did something.
At the very least, I guess
don't
that means he's
remember.
not dead.
Oh, maybe you did it in the tavern when he happened to be there, rather than on him specifically. Maybe that's what.
Yeah, but I don't know that she would have registered with everything that was happening that he was there, so she'll do it anyway. Just throw it at row one, just to get a sense.
Yeah, don't believe anything shows up.
Cool. So I'll say to Duncan, oh, it doesn't register, doesn't feel wrong. I mean, wherever we go, having somebody who can do proper healing.
Okay. Then we'll give him a shot, and if need be, we'll just ditch him somewhere.
Yeah.
Worst case, worst. If he is
Worst kids? You say worst kids?
Yeah, I mean, if the kids are missing and he's the fault, at least we'll get him away from the kids.
This is true.
How is sus?
All right. Duncan's just going to look up over at in the direction of Baloo. Is he very clearly just like staring over here?
I'll roll a deception check.
Okay.
Ooh, 16. Is there a plus or a minus to that? Let's find out. Deception, a 15 total.
Okay. So my passive insight and perception are both 17. So I think I just see you just like peeking over your shoulder.
Will they notice me? Will they notice me? Oh my god.
Right. And then Duncan's kind of snapping and waiting for you to come over here.
He looks over at you as you do that. He goes, "Who? Me? Oh." He walks over. "Oh, hi again."
Hi. Do you know anything about the missing children?
Only what the person up there said before, that there's children going missing.
All right, insight check.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm telling the truth, but that's still I'm only a 9 if it's persuasion.
That's a 12.
How long have you been in Igrithan, Baloo?
I reckon only a couple of days. I'm going to suggest he was there a day before they were.
A day before they were in Broombaba.
That's exactly when the first kid went missing.
So would you have come by boat or would you have come by land?
I think land. I doubt at this point he's been on boats any more than he absolutely has to.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. He seems convincing enough, O'Leary. Duncan, he seems to not even really have an understanding of what he's talking about.
Calling me dumb, bruh?
I'm saying that making you question things about kids, you're like questioning what you think you thought you heard or understood, or yeah. I mean, he knows what a child is. Might not know what Charis is.
I think I'm just gonna lean over to O'Leary and whisper, I think he's okay. I think he's just new. Just new. He's okay.
He doesn't feel wrong, so okay.
We're not 100% sure where our next trip is, but you are more than welcome to join us. Don't know if we're exactly going to go looking for these missing people, but trouble and adventure seem to follow us. So if you are bored and looking for a purpose, I'm sure we can find you one.
This seems like when I should say trouble and purpose are my middle name, but that might be taken the wrong way. But thank you for... Well, thank you for the offer. Why don't we travel together for a bit and see how it goes?
Sounds good.
Okay.
So he'll look over at tiny little O'Leary and say, "So, formally, my name is Baloo Copperbury. It's nice to meet you." And he holds his hand out for a shake, and his hand is like literally bigger than your head.
She doesn't take it. She's still like half hiding around Duncan.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to scare you by being big. I can't really help that, but it's okay.
What are you? I've not seen one like you before.
Do you mean like my race? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean what do I do? Because I said before I like healing things. I guess you could call me a cleric or a priest.
Who do you worship?
I worship the Melora herself. She's just she really suited me, and I guess I suited her because we seem so far to be a good fit.
What do I know about Melora? Let's have a look.
Think.
Somewhere between nothing and fuck all.
You've heard of her. I think she's an ally of the Moonweavers sometimes.
Yeah, but
Regal just mumbles in Abyssal that the gods are all dead.
I look at Regal because it's not the first time I've heard that, but it's the first time O'Leary's been present enough to get what he's saying. So she's like,
in Abyssal, so you don't understand it. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I missed that. No, good thing then. So she just looks at him like, "You're in Abyssal again."
Oh, did I do it again? Sorry.
Yeah. What?
Let's take a day, gather any supplies we need, and try and figure out which direction we want to head.
What is the first order of business? Sorry, I've only traveled by myself since everything happened, so I don't want to take over or anything. Just go along where you suggest.
I'll look up at Panda and Regal and be like, "Should we look for Pim?"
Yeah, look for some. That's no problem. But Duncan will reach in his bag and he'll kind of pull out He did leave this for you, and he'll hand her over the little necklace that Pim had made. I believe it was the necklace, the moonstone that she'd given him.
Yeah, tied in some sort of corded necklace. Some wooden beads and things mixed in around it.
She sort of take it. She's just gonna stare at it. Okay.
It's like the hemp knots where it's tied around the necklace because he couldn't figure out how to drill a hole in it.
She'll stare at it. She'll pocket it for the minute. She won't put it on. He's not coming back, is he?
I don't think so. Hopefully he just went to go find his brother, right? The troll.
After telling you for 2 days that you were his brother and he wasn't. Yep, that's exactly what.
It seems like something Pim might do.
Yeah, I just got for 2 days. I was like, no, if you miss him, you think he needs help, you should probably go get him. And Pim finally was like, fine, I will go get him.
Absolutely.
Actually, speaking of, didn't I hear you were over here flirting with a troll and now you're confused about this guy? What's up with that? Is it because he's hairy?
Yes, absolutely.
You thought that guy ate me and you were still hanging out with him.
Did I? I thought that was.
I mean, you might not have questioned how he just pulled human limbs out of his bag to snack on. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Illyri is. Let's have a look. She's definitely not intelligent enough. Probably not wise enough to have made that sort of connection. So you were just eating random things. Yes, poor Illyri.
All right. So are you guys going back to the stacked haggard for the night?
I think so, because we need to.
So there. It's not the Moorbounders, because they don't sound like dogs. I put what I could remember of things that you guys have discussed over the last several episodes above table or under table. Eventually, if the council meeting comes to an ending, then perhaps some others may come seeking you to see.
I guess head back to the Stacked Tavern. And Duncan, if we don't do this, where do you think we should go?
That's a good point. Duncan tries to think back of the places that he's not currently wanted. Where do people not want me dead?
Maybe an Isle Cross. They haven't heard of you. There's a good chance nobody in the Graying Wildlands heard of you. Maybe some of the more inland places within the menagerie. I mean, there's plenty of Jorhat experience, but I'm assuming that you're not interested in any of that.
Well, we probably want to at least get to the other side of the mountains, to those are the Ashkey Peaks.
Yeah, that takes you places where you probably don't want to go. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing that Duncan kind of doesn't want anything to do with the Dwendalian Empire.
Not fair. The north looks so barren.
The north is pretty barren, yeah.
Yes.
Give me a history or nature check, Duncan.
Duncan's so good at both of those things.
Yeah, you have heard of Palebank Village. It's unlikely that you would want to be there. You've probably heard of Uthadern. It's unlikely that you could find it or would be allowed there.
All right. So Duncan will think and think and think. And then be like, I don't know, Uthadern? I don't know. I just know I want to stay away from the coast. I want to get away from the mini-host. I can just really think of places I don't want to be. I'm not sure what that leaves us with, though.
Rules out most of the menagerie caves. Graying Wildlands is not a great place to be, but Illyri wouldn't know that.
Actually, no. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't want to go to Uthadern either. As I'm looking at background story stuff, I don't want to go to Uthadern either. It's too close.
Yeah, I didn't figure you'd want to. That's what I said. The only places up there you can think of, you probably don't want anywhere in the Empire. Yep, you probably don't be. There's a reason why you're just...
This was me getting away, and now it's full of deep.
Southern Mary Valley.
Illyri is familiar. with Yggdrathad and maybe some of the others.
I fully expect Illyri's world to just essentially consider of that tiny area.
Well, you would have heard of, like, you know of the Empire. You probably know of Roshana and Asrian and Jiglo and all of that. But
I figured that might as well be the moon as far as she's concerned.
I don't know if Regal would suggest or not.
I wonder what's going on in Zadash. That seems like a small spot. What's that?
Zadash. It's a main city in the Dwendalian Empire.
Yeah, you want to go further south than that.
Pretty much anyone within the Empire would give you up for money, Doug.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Isn't Zadash where the gentleman is? So actually, may not be a horrible idea.
As I sit here thinking of all the places that I can't go, I'm like, maybe we should probably save this.
Thank
place.
you.
Maybe I was wrong. You need to be the big old heroes here.
There's not many places he can go, it seems.
There really is.
This is why he's not answering you.
I had some really bad roles in the character's backstory.
Oldfield, Trostenwald, let's say down that end of the Marrow Valley probably wouldn't be too bad. Not knowing your
Could
backstory.
go the opposite and head it to Jiglo, but then you're heading near Uzrin, which may or may not put you near the Gibbons anyway. So, but that's like the opposite end of Xhorhas.
Do I know anything about Charis other than there's missing kids there now?
Yeah, that's where Pym grew up.
Oh, I don't want to go to a place full of Pims.
Yes. It is a treetop halfling city buried within the Lotus Dawn Greenwoods. Pym has told you that they're cursed woods, and that's where his adoptive parents are, where he was raised. It is also somewhat in the direction of the Island, which may or may not be travelable right now.
This is very much sounding like we need to stay in this area.
Right? We're going to think about it.
Given how undecided you both seem about everything, maybe you should just spend a week getting drunk.
I did that
I like this
once.
That's great.
I don't like being drunk.
Oh, maybe because you're small, you just too much.
I only had one.
One what?
One shot.
Do not miss your chance to glow. Sorry, it had to be done.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think you might actually be right. You don't have to get drunk, but I think maybe we should. I don't want to be here.
Well,
Hey,
we
Bill,
burned
where's
down
that,
my hut.
Yes. We're definitely leaving here.
Okay.
Bill, where was that spot with the tattoo artist? We're gonna go get tattoos. All right.
Wrathfall.
All right, let's go to Wrathfall. That'll give us out of the immediate area, but it'll also put us slightly closer to Charis if we decide that we do want to help, and it'll give us a change of scenery while we think of where to go.
Okay.
I'm supposed to have gotten tattoos a long time ago. I just never did. It's kind of a furbolg tradition, but I wasn't a very good furbolg.
What are you good at?
I guess we'll have to find out. That's part of why I'm traveling, is to really know for sure what I'm good at.
Well, let's take the night here, then we'll head to Wrathfall, and then we'll check that place out, figure out where to go after that. And as he says that, he's going to message Regal in his head. Before we leave, we are going to kill that lady. Fuck her.
All right.
My character doesn't have an opinion, but I personally am on board.
Absolutely.
Says the guy who killed himself and is now encouraging the death of an innocent. Got it.
Excuse me, I was murdered by a vengeful DM, and then had the items of my dead person stolen by a horrible person who just gaslit the party.
No, I heard that you died of your own stupidity.
Excuse me, no, I died from being eaten by moorbounders. That stupidity did
And
not
why
eat.
were you in there?
Fell into a pit
That's
of wild animal, attacked them for uneaten. The party broke into the kennels in the middle of the night, caused a disturbance.
Fell in, pushed by Pim.
Pushed by Panda.
Murdered by Pim is what actually happened.
Maybe that dart kicked in. Oh wait,
I need to get,
nobody knows about that anymore.
I need to get speak with the dead spell of this character so he can, find a way to.
You would need to get speak with animal feces spell to be able to talk to Adam anymore.
No, but it would be funny also getting a spell to speak with Adam and he's just sitting there staring at you silently.
That is exactly what he would do. Come on.
He commands you to speak, he just shrugs.
Oh man.